History is a science that allows us to learn the past, to understand the present we live in, and shape our future. Understanding how our species and our planet used to be offers a clear understanding of how we got here and where we are heading. But new finds are constantly challenging our knowledge and established theories. From massive geoglyphs to alien-like ancient paintings, these are the 15 most amazing ancient discoveries that will surprise you. Number 15. Neolithic Settlement on Turkey's Black Sea coast. Turkey's Black Sea coastline has been thoroughly explored by archaeologists. Yet back in September 2020, a remarkable oversight came to light. It was an entire Neolithic settlement at Chayerhan. Strikingly, no ceramics were found, hinting that its inhabitants either lacked pottery-making skills or simply chose not to use it. Evidence points to a community engaged in hunting, practicing religious rites, and crafting detailed animal figurines. The site dates to the Aceramic Neolithic period, potentially making it up to 12,000 years old, placing it in the same era as Göbekli Tepe. Parallels between artifacts from both locations hint that they may have been created by the same cultural group or tribe. Previous finds in the area included grinding stones and ornaments, yet the existence of the settlement itself was somehow missed. That is no longer the case, and with the site now under active investigation, researchers hope further excavations will reveal more about the people who lived here and the society they built so long ago. Number 14. Oldest artifacts in the Mexican basin. Until September 2022, visitors to the Chapultepec forest in the Mexican basin were unaware they were walking above the region's oldest known artifacts. An archaeological survey revealed a layer containing tools, utensils, and unusual depictions of otherworldly figures, all buried just inches below the surface. For more than 3,000 years, the artifacts remained undisturbed under the surface of the forest. Now, the site is revealed to be among the oldest in the basin of Mexico. Some clay vessels appear to have been intentionally burned and broken, possibly as part of ritual practices. The sheer volume of material raises the possibility of a formal settlement existing here in antiquity, though no structural remains have yet been identified. Despite the damage, several artifacts are remarkably intact, offering a glimpse into the cultural and symbolic life of the time. Professor Camacho believes these discoveries will open new routes to studies on the formative period. There are also recent finds that predate other structures in this forest. Number 13. The cave symbols of Mona Island. Back in 2016, researchers exploring a remote cave on Mona Island, between Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, found an unusual fusion of indigenous and European markings. Deep inside the cave, 16th-century Christian symbols, including crosses and Latin inscriptions, are carved directly above finger flute markings made by the island's original inhabitants. Phrases in Spanish and Latin, such as "May God forgive you," suggest the carvings were created during the early colonial period, possibly as part of conversion efforts. The placement implies that Europeans were interacting with indigenous traditions at the site, perhaps even holding religious ceremonies within the cave. Its secluded location raises questions about why it was chosen for this cultural exchange. The markings preserve a rare moment where two worlds physically intersected in stone: indigenous spiritual expression and the imposition of Christianity, creating an enduring testament to the island's complex and often turbulent colonial history. Number 12. Shoes in ancient Luxor. Even an object as ordinary as shoes can become an archaeological enigma when found in an unexpected setting. These particular shoes were deliberately concealed in a recess behind the mud brick walls of an ancient temple in Luxor, carefully placed inside a jar for protection. The leather remains so well preserved that it is still supple and flexible. The mystery lies in their style, which appears foreign rather than Egyptian, suggesting they were crafted elsewhere. Around 2,000 years ago, sandals were the standard footwear in Egypt, so such shoes would have signified wealth. Inside the jar were two pairs of children's shoes tied together with string, placed within a larger adult shoe. The design resembles medieval European styles, but was made centuries earlier. Someone went to notable effort to hide them, yet never returned to claim them. The reasons remain unknown, as does the origin of this rare and elegant footwear. Number 11. Stone silkworm chrysalis in northern China. Silk production began over 5,000 years ago with the Yangshao culture of ancient China, transforming local economies and eventually sparking trade across Asia. Silkworms were so central to this society that someone carved a detailed stone chrysalis around 5,200 years ago, discovered back in June 2022 in Shanxi province. Unearthed in what experts describe as a semi-subterranean house, the artifact was dated based on surrounding pottery fragments. It is one of more than 1,600 objects recovered during the excavation, including jade items, copper tools, shell ornaments, and stone implements. The craftsmanship suggests symbolic as well as decorative importance, possibly honoring the role of silkworms in sustaining livelihoods. This chrysalis represents not only early artistry, but also the cultural reverence for silk production, a foundation for economic and technological exchange that shaped the ancient world. Number 10. The Burnt Church of Hippos. In Israel, the Burnt Church of Hippos offers a new perspective on the biblical miracle of Jesus, the Holy Christ, feeding 5,000 people. This church was built around 1,500 years ago, and then it was destroyed by fire in the early 7th century. Here, excavations, completed in 2019, uncovered a beautiful mosaic depicting loaves and fishes, which is a possible reference to the miracle of Jesus. Traditionally, the event was believed to have occurred on the Sea of Galilee's northwestern shore, yet Hippos lies to the east. This suggests early Christians in the region may have held a different belief about the location. Ironically, the fire that destroyed the church preserved the mosaic beneath layers of ash, shielding it from centuries of weathering. Its survival offers rare visual evidence of early Christian tradition, preserved in vivid color despite the building's destruction. The burnt church remains both an archaeological treasure and a thought-provoking piece of religious history, quietly challenging long-accepted assumptions. Number 9. Castle inscriptions in Cesus. In August 2020, archaeologists examined a winding staircase within Cesus Castle, Latvia, an area sealed off for decades and never thoroughly studied. On the South Tower's stone walls, they discovered weathered inscriptions carved during the 16th century. The writing is an unusual blend of German and Latin, suggesting the carver was only partly literate. Though much has faded, part of the Latin text remains readable. "If God is for us, who can stand against us?" A quotation from the Apostle Paul's letter to the Romans. This inscription may date to 1577, when Ivan the Terrible's forces besieged the castle during the Livonian War. It could have been etched by someone within the tower during the siege, a statement of resilience in a time of peril. Hidden away for centuries in an inaccessible stairwell, these carvings now offer a rare glimpse of the thoughts and convictions of those enduring one of the most turbulent moments in Latvian history. Number 8. Oricalum ingots off the coast of Sicily. Back in March of 2020, marine archaeologists off Sicily's coast uncovered a shipwreck dating back 2,600 years. Its cargo, a scattering of metallic ingots across the seafloor, was found to be Oricalum, a rare cast metal described by Plato as second in value only to gold and supposedly produced exclusively in Atlantis. 39 ingots were recovered initially, with a further 47 found nearby. The wreck lies close to Gela, a wealthy ancient city famed for ornate craftsmanship, suggesting the ingots were destined for its workshops. While their presence does not prove the existence of Atlantis, it challenges the notion that Oricalum was purely mythical. Plato's account claimed only gold surpassed it in worth during his lifetime. The discovery has prompted renewed interest in the metal's origins, its production techniques, and its trade routes. Whether linked to legend or not, the find represents one of the most intriguing maritime discoveries in recent Mediterranean archaeology, reshaping debates over ancient metallurgy. Number 7. The Tia Stali of Ethiopia. The Tia Stali is a cluster of about 30 standing stones near Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, and it remains one of the country's least understood archaeological sites. Each stone bears detailed carvings of human figures, swords, and geometric patterns. The surrounding area contains several tombs, leading some archaeologists to suggest the stones had a funerary function, though no definitive proof exists. Dating the stelae is challenging, but most estimates place them at more than 1,000 years old, within a period of Ethiopian history still largely undocumented. The craftsmanship is striking, yet their cultural origins are uncertain. Many international teams have examined the site, but none have determined its exact purpose or meaning. Whether memorials, markers of territory, or ceremonial monuments, the Tia Stelae stand as enduring symbols of a past whose stories have faded. Their presence adds depth to Ethiopia's historical landscape while underscoring how much of its ancient heritage remains a mystery. Number 6. Petroglyphs of Sego Canyon. In 2020, photographs from Sego Canyon captured ancient petroglyphs depicting humanoid figures unlike typical human forms. Many bear horns or antlers, while others have incomplete limbs. The oldest carvings are estimated to be around 8,000 years old, with later additions about 4,000 years old. Some scholars believe shamans or spiritual leaders created them, possibly under the influence of hallucinogenic substances. Others interpret them as proof of alien contact in ancient times. A third view links them with kachinas, supernatural beings in Hopi tradition believed to possess flying craft and originate from beyond the solar system. The canyon preserves artwork spanning thousands of years, and its meaning may have shifted between cultures. Whether these figures were inspired by visions, mythology, or symbolic expression, their purpose remains uncertain. These panels stand among North America's most enigmatic prehistoric carvings. Number 5. The Forest of Fontinblau. Carvings. The Forest of Fontinblau in France holds an array of mysterious archaeological remains, suggesting that an unknown civilization once lived there. Caves contain paintings of three-fingered humanoids and indecipherable carvings in spaces too narrow for people to stand. Most intriguing are the carved stones scattered through the forest. Some depict human faces, while others show exotic animals, including elephants. Elephants have never been native to France, and there is no evidence they lived there 1,000 years ago when the carvings were likely made. How the carvers knew their appearance remains unanswered. The method used to cut these rocks is equally puzzling. The carvings' creators left no written records, and the meaning of their cave symbols remains undeciphered. The combination of advanced stonework, unfamiliar imagery, and unexplained knowledge has left historians with more questions than answers. Number 4. Rediscovery of King John's Royal Charter. The King John Royal Charter, created during the first year of his reign in England and dated March 25, 1200, was long thought lost. While referenced in historical records, the original document was believed to be destroyed until its rediscovery back in March of 2019 by Dr. Benjamin Pole of the University of Bristol. Found within the archives of Durham's Ushaw College Library, it had gone unrecognized for centuries. The charter formally granted land and possessions, including 2 villages in County Durham, to the Lord of Warkworth and the Sheriff of Norfolk. Though not politically dramatic, such documents are rare survivals from this period, offering valuable insight into early 13th century governance. Its reappearance nearly 819 years after it was last seen enriches the surviving body of primary records from King John's reign. This find also highlights how significant artifacts can remain overlooked in archives, awaiting recognition by the right historian with the expertise to identify their true importance. Number 3. Gold coin hoard in Israel. In 2020, two teenagers assisting at an archaeological dig in Yavne, Israel, made a discovery that outshone the work of the professionals, a hoard of hundreds of gold coins sealed in a clay jar. Oz Cohen and a friend uncovered the treasure while digging, revealing one of the most significant ancient coin finds in Israel's history. Dating back over 1,000 years to the Abbasid Caliphate, each coin is minted from pure 24-karat gold. The collection could have represented someone's lifetime savings. In the 9th century, its value would have been enough to purchase a large home and ensure a comfortable life. Gold coins are far rarer than silver or bronze, as they were often melted down and reused. Buried deep underground, this hoard escaped that fate. Today, the coins are destined for museum display, preserved as both an extraordinary historical record and a reminder that even the most valuable fortunes can remain hidden for centuries. Number 2. The Norwegian Islamic chess piece. In early 2018, archaeologists in Norway found an 800-year-old chess piece during excavations at Tønsberg, believed to be the country's oldest Viking settlement. The artifact corresponds to the knight in modern chess and is covered in intricate patterns associated with Islamic art. While chess was known in Norway during that period, the decoration is unusual. The game originated in India about 1,700 years ago, spread through the Middle East, and reached Europe by the 10th century. The presence of Islamic-style ornamentation suggests it may have been imported or acquired through trade or conquest. Another possibility is that it was a trophy brought back by a Viking from a raid, though direct evidence is lacking. Alongside ceramics, weapons, and metal goods found at the site, the piece stands out for its cultural contrast. It offers a glimpse into the interconnected world of the medieval era, where objects carry traces of many civilizations. Number 1. The Blythe intaglios. In the desert near Blythe, California, there are 6 giant geoglyphs often compared to Peru's Nazca lines, though they are more intricate and detailed. Some depict human figures, others animals or symbolic shapes. Their scale makes them almost invisible from the ground, but they are clearly visible from the air. One reason they went unnoticed until an Army Air Corps pilot flew over them in 1931. Their creators are unknown, though many attribute them to a Native American tribe. The Mojave people deny making them, but identify the human figures as Mastamho, the creator of life, in some traditions. The nearby Patayan culture, active between the 8th and 16th centuries, is often considered the most likely origin. Their purpose remains speculative, perhaps ceremonial, religious, or territorial. Weathering and erosion have blurred their outlines, yet these immense figures continue to endure, etched into the desert floor as an enduring mystery of North America's ancient past. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you soon in the next one.